Okay, so welcome again to our August monthly President's Forum. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come and join us and share some ideas and best practices with each other, as well as help each other with any questions or ideas that we want to. So for our agenda this evening, I wanted to put in one little commercial promo, and then I wanted to also just do a quick update on district governor visits. And then we have a special guest with us this evening, who is Connie Ichinose, who's the chairperson of our district membership committee. So Connie's going to also talk with us about some ways that the district committee can help our clubs and our membership chairs in our clubs on attraction, on engagement, and on forming new clubs. So we'll spend a little time with Connie and some discussion around that, and then just an update on weeks of service, and then some open time for other topics that you guys may want to discuss together tonight. So in the interest of time, if we can just jump right in. First, my commercial promo, and that's for our district conference. Hopefully you remember that our district conference in 2025, the dates are May 30th to June 1st. And the location is the Ala Moana Hotel in Honolulu. And the time to register is now, because August 31st will be the end of the incentive of the Ala Moana gift card for early registrants, and also prices going up. So you do want to do that between now and August 31st. And every club really should expect to be represented at our district conference at a minimum with either the president or the president-elect. Ideally, both of you, plus some other club members. And we have a great committee of people who are working on pulling. Nancy, I think we're getting background noise on you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought I muted. I'm sorry.
So we have a great team of people from across the district working on pulling the conference together. And we have some good ideas and plans, I think. We have already confirmed some speakers who will be coming from outside of Hawaii to inspire and entertain us. And we'll also have time for some of our own people of action stories. We're working on one or two service projects to do that weekend, and also just some fun activities to do too. So a lot of variety, a lot of fun things to do, inspiring things to do, educational things to do. So please, if you haven't signed up yet, go to rotaryd5000.org/discon, DISCON, and please do that before August 31st. So that's our commercial sponsor for this evening. So district governor visits, as you know, one of the jobs of the district governor is that they come around and visit with each of the clubs in our district. And optionally, if you want me to also visit and have a discussion with your board, we can do that. And we can do that either in person or on Zoom. But the district governor visit to the club should be in person. If you do want to collaborate with another club, that's possible to do that. And I started on these a couple weeks ago now in the Hilo area, and we had a great time. Beverly Hikus, our assistant governor on the east side of the Big Island, even put me to work along with the Volcano Club. We were out picking up trash one morning, and that was a lot of fun. So feel free, if you have a project and you want to put me to work, I'm available to work as well. And then last week we were with the Waikiki area clubs, and Conrad EK, our assistant governor, arranged those, and we had some great discussions with those clubs as well. So that will be consuming a lot of my time over the next couple months. And I look forward to coming to each of our clubs to have some discussion and for me to share a little bit about our Rotary priorities and then also to hear about how things are going in the clubs and any questions that you guys have as well. So I thought tonight we'd spend a little time to focus on membership. That's probably not a big surprise to you since August is membership month. And you probably think, oh, the DG comes around every year and they want to talk to us about membership. Here we go again. Well, there is a reason we do that. And membership is important for all of us. Membership, we do go around and we talk about membership goal numbers and what are our membership numbers and how many new members do we need to add in each club and blah, blah, blah. But what's more important is those membership numbers are really just an indicator of the health of our clubs. If we have a club that people are happy, they're engaged, they feel welcome, valued, they're participating, there are service projects that interest them, there are meetings that interest them, social events. In all likelihood, those are going to be clubs that they're telling their friends, they're telling others in their community, and they're going to naturally increase their membership. But if we have a club that our trend line is going down a little bit year over year, and that's been a trend for a while, then that's a sign we need to stop and think about what should we do new and differently that we haven't done before. Maybe we have a need to attract more people to the club, or maybe we have a need to engage people better so that they don't leave the club. Or maybe we have a need that this is a traditional club and finding new members, we got to go after people who want a non-traditional club. And so we could actually sponsor and form a satellite club. So I don't want to take away Connie's thunder, but let me start with that introduction. And overall, so we do have numeric goals after I said all of that, which is, you've heard me say this before, 100 net positive members across all the clubs in our district. We have about 50 clubs. So that means on average, we need every club to be adding 2 new members. We also want to form 10 new satellite clubs. And I just want to highlight also, we already have a couple clubs that are blowing it out of the water. The South Hilo Club this week inducted 8 new members. And the Pearl Harbor Club has inducted 4, and they're doing 2 more next week. So they've got 6 new members. So kudos to those 2 clubs. So with that long-winded introduction, Connie, let me hand it over to you.
Thank you, Ted. Thanks for inviting me. I thought that maybe you wanted to do this because you're so knowledgeable about membership. I think you should be giving this talk. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for going over the numbers before. And I know, just like what DG Ted said, sometimes you guys think, oh no, here we go, another membership talk. And it does feel like sometimes we go over the same things over and over again, but that's what best practices are, right? And until everybody does them, we're going to keep saying it. So, do it so that we don't have to keep saying it, right? So anyway, I got a little bit of pushback the last time from some people who said, in a nice way, not in a negative way, like, why are you guys forcing us to form new clubs? Why are you guys making us do satellite clubs? Why are you guys pushing this upon us? And it's not that, but you hear the numbers that Ted talked about. And RI has known for years now that the way that Rotary in general can grow is you have to add new clubs. And to form a standalone club, that takes 20 members, and it's very difficult. It's almost like you have to have like a group already set up that are interested already to start a standalone club. And so it's just much easier to do satellite clubs, because that's actually how a lot of standalone clubs will start, is you only need 8 new members, and then you can start the club. But I'll go into that, but I just want you to understand that because we're speaking to all the presidents and the AGs, we need you guys to want to move our district forward. And Ted didn't say, but I'll tell you, last year, and I think you guys probably know this, the district as a whole was net negative 65. So, we have to really turn that around. And to do that, we really, exactly what Ted said, we have to do something different. And that's why we're kind of pushing the satellite club thing, but 10 new clubs this year, and we can do it. Starting a standalone club is difficult. Starting a satellite club, it's simple, but it's not easy. I'll be truthful. I'll be honest with you. It's simple, but not easy. You have to be consistent and you have to be committed. But if you do those things, it is simple. Okay, so anyway, well, I'm going to talk a little bit about attraction, because I know, you guys have heard a lot about it. You guys probably know as much as I do about attraction, but what things, do you guys know one thing that you have right now that is the best source of attraction in your club? Anybody? Go. Call it out, because I know somebody knows it.
Speaker and project.
That's good. Yeah. One more thing that you have, very obvious, something that you have in your club that is probably your best resource for potential new members. What do you have in your club?
Existing members.
Exactly. Who said that? They get the gold star today. John. And that's right. You have your members. And so Rotary has a worksheet. It's called a prospective member worksheet or prospective member exercise. And that is one of the best things, the best pieces of documents, the documents that you can use from Rotary and the Learning Center that will work. Like in my year as president, we did that. We started like in May with the membership committee. And by the time we got to June and started it with the club, we inducted at least 1 or 2 new members at every single meeting, except maybe 2. So we ended up with a total of 55 new members, or 53 new members that year. So, I mean, of course, you're not always going to get that many, but it helps, because our members now, they have all these people that they know, but they think to themselves, well, I've invited everybody I know. No, that's not true. There's people that you don't know and that want to hear about Rotary, but we just have to be the ones to ask. And so you check out that worksheet, because it does work and it does help. And you can use that as your prospective member contact lead sheet throughout the year. You can keep adding to it. You can do it several times during the year, and you might not get as many potential members that way, but you will get them. So, that's a good way to do it. And then other ways, the thing I think that when using our existing members, we also have to educate them and teach them, because what we teach in our membership committee, and we always talk about, is our clubs don't ask. That's the thing, you got to ask. So we have to teach our members how to ask their friends or acquaintances to come to a meeting, ask them to come to a service project, invite them. So the invite, the ask, that is so important. And a lot of our members don't know how to do that. So what can we do to that? We can do role play. We can do, right, Ted? We can do role play. Ted and I did role play, just the two of us last week. But anyway, you can do role play. You can do, you can just do practices. You can just talk story. You can get in small groups. You can do all kinds of things to encourage that. But once you get it through your members that this is their responsibility just as much or more than it is yours, then you'll get people inviting and potential members coming to your meetings. But the next step for that is you need to follow up. So your membership committee teaches your members how to follow up. Okay. And so that is so important. So do you guys have any other ways? And I just want to kind of throw it out to you because, there are so many ways that you can attract members. Just call it out. Things that you've done that have attracted new members. There's so many. Anybody? I know you guys have some things that have worked before. Just call it out. Tina?
We've had some new members that were speakers
Great, perfect.
that we
Speakers?
invite that got inspired to join our club.
Right, great.
And then when
Anybody else?
we have guests come, I very much welcome them. I make them feel I have a spot for them, make them feel completely welcome. So
Exactly. Perfect, perfect. That's a vibrant club. Okay, anybody else? What has worked for you guys? Call it out. Speakers that we've had several members, existing members now that were speakers. Anything else? What about service projects? Right? If you have exciting and impactful service projects, people want to come and they want to be a part of that, right? What else?
We
Oh,
attracted
Go ahead.
new members with our Lights on Rice parade for the Lehui Club.
The parade. Yeah, so any kind of, thank you, David. Any kind of activity or, if your club is involved in it, promote it like crazy, and you will get people interested because people want to know what we're doing, what we stand for, right? So I don't want to spend too much time on attraction because I know you guys know this. So, but one of the things that Tina mentioned that I think is so important is the atmosphere at the club or a club culture, right? Because if you can invite members like crazy, but once they get there, if your meeting is just really sorry, but boring, or it's the same old kind of thing and just talking, then bless you, then
Sorry.
they won't want to join, right? You want to have an exciting meeting where people are like, I want to be a part of that. So you know what? I did actually a real short PowerPoint for another club on engagement. And I do want to show that to you if I could share screen. And just because attrition, oops, can you enable me to share screen? So just because attrition is a natural part of membership, right? No matter what, we're going to lose members. So you want to minimize that as much as possible. And one of the ways we do that is through engaging all of our members and trying to get them, invested into our club and into the community. So let's see.
You should be able now.
Hey.
Connie.
But before you play the video, I'm going to have to step away at 6 o'clock to do a traffic report on the airport on the radio. So just to let you know, I'll be back.
Okay, I'm going to look for you. Okay, hold on. I don't know where my thing went. Just a sec. Okay, sorry. Trying to get it on here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. You guys don't see it yet, right?
We see it, Connie, but we see the preview.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I kind of see it too now. All right. Let's see. Okay, sorry. This is where I need Wendy Hornack. Wendy, where are you when I need you, man?
I think you want play from start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying to get
Play
there.
from
I'm trying
start. Over to the left.
On the left side it says
Oh,
play.
see, but
from
it's not, it's
For home?
I'm trying to figure out how to get it big.
Yeah,
Well,
hit
yeah.
play from start.
Hit play from start, I think we'll do it.
See, I don't see that. Oh, here, play from
Under
start.
home.
Okay. Oh, there. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Okay. So engagement essentials. And so this is important. You want exactly what we're talking about is we don't want to only, just talk about new members, getting new members, but we want to get members. And once we get them in, we want to deliver value for them. And that is having a good, experience with our club. And one thing that you can do is brainstorm with your members, conduct surveys, and find out what they want, right? What your members want, because we're not here to tell them what to do. We're here to do what they tell us and what they want in their club. We want them to offer new ideas and share what they want to do, what is their passion. So especially with new members, I always tell them, tell us what is your passion, because we're always looking for new projects for our club to get involved in. And onboarding is very important too. New member orientation. I'm sure all of you have that. And just to let you guys know, if you're not familiar, welcome to Rotary District 5000 does once a month a welcome to Rotary, and that gives a big picture new member orientation. So that way you can send your new members and your potential members, your incoming members, you can send them to welcome to Rotary, and they can get, the big picture about what Rotary is. And then when you do your club orientation, you can focus more on your club and what your club, the history of your club, what projects you do, and so on. Induction ceremony, as you guys know, make it special. Have them invite people, their friends, their family, make them feel very special that day. Make sure that when you're done with your induction ceremony, the whole club stands up and gives them a standing ovation to welcome them. So those are small little things that help to make them feel valued. Red badge. I don't know how many of you have red badge program, but that is something you give them a few items that they have to complete, like four-way test, lead the four-way test, lead the flag pledge, join a committee, things like that. Go to a board meeting, attend a service project. Once they check off these things, they remove the red from their badge and they become a real member, I guess. And a mentorship program, that is something that is useful too. It could be past presidents that could form your mentorship committee. It could be their sponsors. You can figure out what you want to do. You want to make sure that you implement new activities, not just the same old ones. I mean, that's always good, because if it works and has always worked, yes, for sure, keep those things. But then you want to try to add in new ones. And that's what's important about finding out what your members are passionate about, so you can possibly get them involved. And when you do your meetings, make it fun. Do something different. Don't just sit there and stand and the president stands up there and talks. So like this, for instance, I filmed this at one of our Go Cook'ems, and this is a weekly service project we do. So I just, oops, go back, sorry. Oops. Okay. But, just add that in, and then this is just something to promote one of our projects, and so they can see what it's actually like being there. It's silly, it's something silly. Sometimes I take videos of them dancing and, or acting stupid, and they're all for it. They want to be stupid. So anyway, stuff like that. You want to always encourage legacy members to mentor newer members, because that's part of it. We want to build up new leaders and young leaders, and recognize your legacy members. Make them feel that they're still appreciated, they're still valued, and they're still, something of worth to Rotary and to your club. Make sure okay. So what is our club good at? You guys I can't see any of you. Nobody can see you guys. So shout it out. What is your club good at? Think about it. You don't have to say who you are. Anyone?
Peace.
Peace. Okay, good. What else? Anybody else?
We
Youth
stay
service.
busy.
Busy. I'm sorry, what was the other one?
Youth service.
Youth service. Okay. What else?
Fellowship.
Fellowship, that's very important. What else? Your club must be good at something, right? Come on. Okay, so think about that. What is your club good at? What could your club do better? My club, engagement, retention, definitely that. Anybody else? Okay, think about that one too. What keeps our active members involved? Is it alcohol? I think that's what some party in our club. What keeps your members and active and members involved? Does anybody have one thing that you know that your members love to do? One activity? It could be maybe happy dollars. It could be foundation. What is it? Service projects? Think about something that keeps your members involved and build on that. Or have more of the same, maybe. How can we better engage those who aren't involved? Like, what can you think of? What kind of things could we do to better engage? We can ask maybe some of them to be speakers, right? A vocational speaker. We could do that, right? What else could we do? We could ask them to maybe give an inspirational talk. I know Almoana does that every meeting, right? You guys have someone do an inspirational, or you can ask someone to come up and tell a joke. You can ask someone to do 2 truths and a lie. You can, I mean, so many things that will only take a couple minutes, but have someone who's not involved. And like, so what you can do is, if someone you haven't seen them for a while, call them and don't act like, wow, where have you been? Just say, hey, you know what? Can you possibly make it to this meeting? Because I would really love it if you would stand up and do whatever. Is talk about, do it like a 5-minute vocational talk or something like that, or something that they're proud of, or they want to show off to the club. Go and reach out to that person, and that will mean a lot to them. We had one of our members who is a really long time member, and she was sitting next to a potential member. We just had an event, and she talked to him and stuff, and she stood up afterwards, and when he was introduced, and he said, he's going to join our club and I'm going to be a sponsor. And he is like, in his early 30s, she is 80. So, but he says, I'm going to sponsor him. So she's almost like, kapu, I'm going to kapu this guy. Don't nobody take him. And after, she actually came up to me after the meeting and say, can I have his phone number? Because I'm going to sponsor him. So I said, you know what? I said, I will email him, send him an application, and I will CC you. And yes, you can be a sponsor if you want. But, it made her feel so special. And it made her feel like she did something for the club. She didn't bring in the member, but she sat next to him and she spoke to him and she encouraged him, and he's going to join the club. And so, what? That's small things. It makes her feel so good. So those small things, do it for your legacy members or for anybody who's not involved. Okay, and how can our club build on what we're doing well and address those challenges? What can we do for that? Anybody? Anybody has any suggestions?
Hi, I have a suggestion. I think we had a pretty good experience coming together with Assistant Governor Paul last week, where we had our Oahu Central presidents came together for a breakfast to meet each other, meet and greet. And that was so inspiring to learn about the other presidents, what they're doing, and what projects we could collaborate on together. And the ideas were flying. And that is something that I think that we should do more of, because learning from other clubs, we all are in the same boat with what we need, especially with membership and how to come up with certain events, maybe fundraisers. And that 1.5-hour breakfast really did a lot for us. We started it at Pets when we all said we were going to get together and hopefully, again, build a bond between the presidents. And this start with the Oahu Central presidents was great with AG Paul. And we're really looking forward to our next meeting and bringing our clubs together. So I think that's really important, because we're learning from each other. Why reinvent the wheel? Because we can move forward and we know what we've done in the past. What our successes were and what some kind of problems we had or having right now. But working together, just with our own Oahu Central, I can even imagine with all of the presidents across the state coming together and working together. We came up with some ideas for projects that we can do with ourselves in the beginning with our group, and then extend it out to having it be district wide. So I just wanted to add that, just meet and greet and get to know your the other presidents, which our club has been doing that. Rotary Club of Pro Ridge has been reaching out to other clubs and doing things with them, and it's been uplifting because we made a lot of friends that we didn't have, and help them with their service projects, and which in return, hopefully they'll help us. So I would just suggest that could be a big help, and even for gaining membership together. So I think that'd be a big help.
I love that. I love that. And who is just talking? Who am I speaking to? What's your name?
I'm Barry Villamil, the president of the Rotary Club of Pro Ridge.
Yeah, awesome. You know what? And that's the thing too. Anytime you have, like, one of the things one of the best practices is we form a membership committee. And I really strongly to encourage you that exactly because of this, for this reason. Because if you're just one person running membership, it's hard to come up with exciting new creative ideas. You have two people, at least you can bounce stuff off of them. If you have a whole committee, better yet. It's exactly what you're saying. And just like what you said, when I went to Pets, I asked the Maui clubs were just on fire, and still, oh, I'm sorry, that was terrible. Okay, the Maui clubs were just so excited. And so I sought out some of the Maui presidents and I asked them, what did you guys do to be so successful? And they said collaboration. Their clubs collaborate. And that's why Maui is so strong. So that year, our East Hawaii clubs, we collaborated with the presidents, and we had just the best year, the best time, and we're still super close. We still get together and we still brainstorm with and help each other on different projects that we have. So it is lifelong relationships and friendships, and it just makes you and the club stronger. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anybody else has anything that you do well?
Hey, Connie,
Yes. Hi,
can I
Paul.
just say, can I just say thank you for Barry for the announcement? It was great getting together with Barry. And I just want to show you something that Barry did. And if you folks ever have a chance, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, I can't see that.
No, you can't.
Right,
It's a book that he did. It's called Stuck on Aloha. If you have a chance to read this, it's a fantastic book that Barry did for the Rotary Club of Pro Ridge. And he's a great president there. And I learned from him. He didn't learn from me, I learned from him, just to be honest. Thanks, Barry.
You got it. You're the man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Speak louder here.
Okay, well, thanks, you guys. That's awesome. Okay, so here are some of the stuff that you can, documents that you can use from the Learning Center for engaging. And I just wanted to end with talking about satellite clubs and new clubs. Oh, sorry, I forgot this, but you guys have seen this already, right? Everybody's seen this, correct? So this is actually, I did this at another club in the summer. So I'm going to pass that. All right, here we go. Anyway, so I wanted to real quick talk about new clubs, and especially in particular satellite clubs. Tomorrow at our membership chair and president's meeting, we're actually going to go over satellite clubs and go in depth exactly what it takes to start a satellite club, because I really do want you guys to, and so does DG Ted, wants you guys to really start thinking about what can I do in my club to get to that net +2? How can I help to get the plus, the 10 new clubs? And you don't have to, you can actually do it in 2 clubs together and form a satellite club. You could actually do that. But, like I said, it's not easy, but it's simple. And I really would like you to go back and think about it. Think about what can I do that's outside of the box. And starting a satellite club would really, it's really awesome. And you just feel good about yourself because you're actually increasing our reach, right? And that's exactly what we want to do. So one thing I did want to leave you with, so please attend tomorrow's meeting at 5:30, same time, different back channel, but same time. And I did want to like talk to you as presidents, how a membership chair feels and how you can support your membership chairs. You can support them, of course, by encouraging them to come to the membership meetings every third Tuesday of the month. Is that right, Ted? Was it third Tuesday? Okay, I'm so lost in the calendar, but I send out emails. Okay, so, but you can encourage them to do that. You can make sure that you have goals set for them. You speak to them ahead of time. You support them. And when I say support them, I've had, when I've club membership chairs, I've had presidents come to me and say, hey, let me know anything you need. I'm there for you. And when I do, and they say, okay, great, I'm going to help you with that. And, and I know it's a busy year for them, but they don't follow up with that. After a while, I'm just like, well, I guess it's just talk, right? So don't just be talk. When you say you're going to support your membership chair, then truly support them. Like, what makes a difference to the membership chairs is if you keep in touch with them. And like, the best presidents I've worked under have always followed up with, hey, how are we doing with our numbers? Hey, are we increased? Are we net positive? Are we net negative? Have we lost any members? Checking in all the time. And that keeps your membership chair on their toes as well. And another thing is to promote it at your meetings. Talk about it. If the president every week talks about membership in some way or encourages people like, hey, come on out, when it comes from the president, it means a little bit more than when it comes from just, maybe someone running the event. If your president comes and says, hey, I want all of you guys to come, you got to come to this, you got to support, they do, I mean, you gotta be truly supportive. When you say you're supportive, you got to come to the meetings too, the membership, because it's a membership chair / president's meeting. And what we always say is reach out to us for help. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have any, challenges you face, please call us, reach out to us. We have several of our committee members here on this call right now. And, raise your hand or wave your hand if you help with membership. But hey, look at the hands going. Naomi, come on, man. Here she goes. Okay, so Ryan, did you
And
raise
we
your
need
hand?
3 hands, not 2.
Anyway, so but I really would encourage you to fully support your membership chair and your members. And I know it's a really hard year because you're doing, like, everybody's pulling at you from every direction. But you know what, if it's a priority, make time for that. Even just a quick email that says, hey, I appreciate you, let me know if you need help with this event, or let me know if I can promote it more. Because if you can't actually physically help with the event, promote the heck out of it for your club. Do that. I mean, I know it's so much to talk about at the meetings, but just really make it a point to do that. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Ted, I kind of went over.
Connie, I see Calvin has his hand up.
Yeah,
Hi.
hi, Connie. Now or maybe even later we can talk offline, but the balance between growing your own club with new members as well as creating or starting a satellite club. Two functions related to membership occurring in this year, in the next 12 months.
Mhm.
Any thoughts on that?
It just makes it more exciting. If your club sees the momentum, the excitement there, that you're doing something different, they're going to get excited too. You got to involve them. You got to keep them up to date and say, hey, look, we're this far away, we're so close. This is why we're doing this, and it's only going to benefit your club, because if your club has always done, maybe added 3 new members a year, 4 new members a year, you'll still do your 3 or 4 new members, but you'll add 8 more on top of that. I mean, you are just going to blow up. You're going to explode. You're going to be so on fire. You won't even know what to do with your members. You'll be like, calm down, everybody. It's going to be so exciting, Calvin. Try it. Think about it. Talk to your board members and see, you know? Or come to tomorrow's meeting. Can you do that?
Who would be a good mentor to start that has actually gone through the function of starting a satellite club, hands-on starting one?
Me? I've started too. Wendy Hornack? She started too.
Anybody on
There's
Oahu?
others. There's others. Naomi Masuno, PDG Nalani Flynn.
Connie,
Alan
Connie.
Kamemoto is working on one.
Alan Kamemoto.
Alan isn't getting very, that's my club, and that probably is gonna stall. They met with the military, we tried to establish a military club, and the interest doesn't seem to be here at the moment. They'll help, but they don't want to start a club.
Yeah, but that's okay, because there are plenty military there that are interested. I just started a military satellite club. They are so on fire. You can't even, I mean, so on fire. They want to do so many projects. They want to help vets. They want to help the community. It's like there's so many people out there. You can have a military volunteer club, but you can also have a military satellite club. There's all kinds of other satellite clubs you can have too. If you're a morning club, maybe you could have like a Pauhana club. Wendy started a Pauhana club, a young professionals Pauhana club. There's all kinds. There's sex trafficking, you know, all kinds of eco clubs are of so much interest and so much attraction to young people. If you have a club that you're trying to attract more young people, young professionals, or eco clubs are just perfect for you. Right? I mean, if you have an evening club and you have a lot of people who are saying, well, I can't make it in the evening, I can come lunchtime. Think about a lunch club. You know, something like that. There's so many different things you can do, right? Any other questions?
Can I make a comment on all of this? I mean, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but here in Lahaina, it's really, really tough. You know, we got 3 clubs here in Lahaina, and whenever we do a fundraiser, oh, I thought I've already donated to you guys. And what makes it even worse is that we're having a hard time looking for a place to hold meetings. Fortunately for our club, we've installed two members, but let me tell you, it is so difficult. If I may add, and also one of the things I was just at the Kahului Rotary Club earlier today, and maybe we could talk to Assistant District Governor Al on this one. So one of the things actually that came up at that meeting about membership is that perhaps all the Rotary Club here on Maui can have like at Kahumanu Mall where we could put all the Rotary Clubs there. Part of it will be an information meeting and hopefully be able to recruit new members and promote Rotary as well. But, you know, the thing about Eco Club and all of that, that's, you know, it's all good. Probably it'll be a lot easier to do it on Oahu than, or maybe in Wailea or something. But for us here in Lahaina, well, at least for my club, right now, the thing that I want to do is just to survive this year.
Yeah.
And if I survive this year and be able, though, my goal is to increase by 8 members. And so one of the things that I'm trying to do that I put in the budget is to have a quarterly social gathering. So we'll see what happens. But it is tough.
No, it
That's
is, Rick. And you know, totally understandable. Sorry,
No, I was just gonna say, one of the things that Rick is speaking of, it sounds like, and Naomi, correct me if I'm wrong, is what's called a passport club, which is, you know, somebody that is into Rotary and just basically helps all the different Rotary clubs. Are those still in existence?
Well, Passport Club is where the clubs don't have their regular meetings. They just go visit other club meetings. So you use the passport to go visit other clubs. But it could be a Passport Club to do projects with other clubs.
Gotcha. Okay. I was just thinking the way he was talking instead of satellite, that might be, you know, a possibility to help. So, okay, thank you.
Yeah, and on the East Coast, they've been very successful at calling these satellite clubs impact clubs. And these impact clubs are people who just want to work on service projects. They don't want to come to meetings. They don't want to have a traditional Rotary Club experience. They just want to get together with like-minded people and work on service projects. And maybe they meet up at a coffee shop once a month to talk about their projects. And they specifically call it impact so that it sounds like it is something new and different because it is something new and different. So it's giving a way for people who either don't want to or cannot for some reason join one of our traditional clubs. It's giving them another way to join Rotary, be part of our club, but let them do Rotary their way.
That sounds like that might work for you. And it could even be not a lunch, you could brown bag it. All kinds of ideas you can do just to make it to tailor fit whatever your potential members or your people want. And yeah, in your case in Lahaina, it is quite a different situation. So yeah, I feel for you and the challenges you face. But yeah, reach out because we can help you even with that, if as much as we can. And you have 3 of our membership committee members in Maui. We have Wendy, we have Al Whelan, and we have Jay Satenstein. So lots of support for you, Rick. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know it is difficult. I think Naomi, you had your hand up.
I saw Kara's next.
Kara.
Hi. Okay, so I was just going off of just writing notes about the Impact Club. So it's a service project club. Is this it is a satellite club. All you need is 8 people for an Impact Club, or is this a totally new designation?
Different name for a satellite club.
Okay, got it.
So you do have to have at least 2 meetings a month though. And that meeting could be service projects. And that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Good. Anybody else?
While you're doing a project.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to do the project side of it.
Hey, I do have a quick question though about that. If you have to have 2 events a month, do the meetings or the service projects that the regular club is doing also count? Or
yes,
if somebody attends something, wait, that was a yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So can I get?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Kara?
Okay, so Morgan Star. So on this Saturday, we're going to start or kick off our Save the Reef project, and it's going to be at Waikiki. So Morgan Star had put together a flyer, and she's got 6 young professionals that are going to show up. And I'm wondering if we could have them be the Impact Club because they want to help with the service project. And we have 5 service projects every month, it seems like. So if they can join in or create one of their own, then could they have a meeting like at the beach afterwards? Could they conduct a meeting on the 24th? Let's just say that we hand out the sunscreens and then we have lunch afterwards. Could they conduct a meeting and consider that a meeting?
Mm-hmm.
With the note with the secretary or whatever? Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get hung up that a meeting has to be some formal traditional thing.
Okay. I love it.
Our Eco Satellite Club would come to every one of our regular meetings, and after the regular meeting, they would meet out in the lobby and just sit and meet there. And it might be only for half an hour, but that kind of just to touch base with each other. And they would invite our regular members to come and sit in too, just to get everybody invested and involved in their club. So that is a great idea.
So I just invited Morgan Star to be in your meeting tomorrow. I already have an appointment set up. So I just said, please go to tomorrow's meeting because it's going to talk about the satellite club, correct? At 5:30?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I just texted her. So she said, okay, she'll be there.
Okay, good. Okay.
Honey,
else?
How do membership chairs in the clubs know about your monthly meetings?
Well, good question, Ted. If they have email and they open it, they will know.
And
they can also see it's on the district calendar.
They get your email if they are listed as the membership chair.
Oh, slam.
Correct?
Yes.
If the club doesn't have a membership chair in Club Runner,
Uh-oh,
they cannot get an email from you.
uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm leading the witness here to give you all a reminder that
I got the email. I needed the membership chair, but I got the email. I'm the president, so it
president's
works.
membership chairs. Yeah.
So yeah,
But
yeah,
if
thank you.
if your membership chair is not listed in your Club Runner, they're not going to get that email directly from
No,
Connie.
yeah, that's correct.
So a bunch of our clubs still don't have all of your officers and directors filled in. So I wanted to highlight and remind you on your to-do list, you need to make sure you have your membership chair, your youth service chair, your vocational service chair, your international service chair, because that's the way they're going to get direct communications from our district committee people. And they have these forums just for those different avenue of service chairs that are really useful and valuable, like the conversation we're having here tonight, to get together and ask questions of each other, share ideas with each other, talk about what's worked with each other. And I think it was Paul earlier or Barry earlier saying how valuable it was just to get together with other people doing the same Rotary role and be able to have that collaboration and sharing of ideas. So please, please check your data in Club
It's
Runner.
it's a powerful thing though,
Yeah, make
brainstorming,
sure
right?
everybody listed, yeah.
Mm.
I am watching our time. If I could just say thank you to Connie, and I think you all know how to contact Connie if you have follow-up questions, ideas, suggestions. If you don't know how to contact Connie, then contact me and I'll put you in touch with her.
Well, and if you got that email, if you have email, she should have my email address.
Yeah, and join the membership committee meeting Wednesday evening also to continue the discussion. Thank you, Connie, for joining us and leading that. I think there were a lot of good ideas and questions that did get shared this evening. And I wanted to leave a few minutes here toward the end for Naomi to talk with us about our district awards program for this year. Naomi?
Okay, thank you. And everyone should have had elections. So as far as putting officers in for this year, please put in the ones for next year's as well. We really need to have the president-elect's information. So I'm going to talk about awards. Beth Hoban is the chair for awards. She has a committee, and Ted wanted to get the awards information out to you folks. So to find it, you go to our district website. So here's the website, and you're going to click on this thing called Club Awards and Citations. When you click on that, you're going to come to this page, and this is where you can find the instructions, the checklist, and some other information about the awards for this year. So when you go to the instructions, you're going to get this thing. It's 2 pages. Lots of words, but lots of great information because it tells you what the criteria is. It tells you how you can make Club of the Year, how you can get those patches for your banners. So this year, the deadline for the checklist is June 15th, 2025. Okay, and then all of the club presidents will be voting. When you look at the submissions, you vote on the best ones you like. So the best club service or the community service, and you give it points. And then we tally up the points to come up to Club of the Year. There are also bonus points. So here you can get bonus points for 5 points for getting the district governor citation, qualifying for the Club Excellence Award, and so forth. Okay, so on top of this, Rotary International has these really cool awards that you can give to your members. And, you know, when you think about valuing your members and showing them that they have value, these awards is one way you can really show that you value them and they feel valued. So we have a Service Above Self Awards. That means for someone who's done gotten an award in 5 avenues. Oh, sorry. That's the avenue of service. Service above self is when, and Al got the service above self because he did a wellness fair, and he does a lot of things. But the awards form is on the page for awards, and you would submit it to Ted, because that's Ted who's going to select the person who gets the service above self award for the district. Okay, some of those forms we still need to put onto the awards page, but that's where you'll find those forms to submit. You'll find the service above self award. Ted's going to pick someone to submit. We need that by October 1st. Okay, and then we might not give that award until district conference, but October 1st is when you need to get it to Ted, so to the awards committee, and then Ted selects so that we can get it in time. Also, Avenues of Service Award is October 1st. That's for someone who has won an award in every single of the 5 avenues. And then you have a meritorious. So please check out these additional awards and the deadlines for these, and we'll let you know when the deadlines are coming up. Okay. So when you go to the awards checklist, and Ted sent these all to you, is fillable. So when you put in your name up here, it'll populate. But you don't have to do all of these. You don't have to do every award category. But the ones that you want to be recognized for something that you did well, like for instance, Volcano, they do awesome community service projects. And so one year they got the award, and they were so stoked because they were recognized for what they did. So you would check off when you submit this, you check off which ones you're submitting. Okay. And then we're going to take a look at all of the points you've got. So when you look at these things that are on the forms, these are things that we're saying, and Ted is saying that these are activities that make the club vibrant, of something that you can all think of. So give these pages to your membership chair, your public image chair, your foundation chair, and let them take ownership of the activities on these pages. The governor's citation is a club of excellence, and this is he's saying a club that does these things is really exceeding. They really are a club of excellence. So Ted, do you want to talk about your kind of your rationale on this citation?
Yeah, so these are a number of items that when we look around and see clubs that are really vibrant, that they're growing, their members are engaged, that they're attracting new members, that they're really impacting the community, expanding your reach, you're flexible and adaptable, all of those key words, those wonderful things in our Rotary Action Plan. As you see and execute against those over the course of the year, then at the end of the year, when you can check off all those boxes, we really want to recognize and honor your club and thank you for the impact and the reach that you're having in your community.
Okay, thank you. So if you have any questions about what something means, we're going to try and put a cheat sheet together to explain. So please do let us know what questions you have. Okay, so in January, when we get together for the President's Mid-Year Forum, we'll go over this again, because that's when you really get into these things and try and fill them out. Thanks, Ted.
Thank you, Naomi, and also to Beth Hoban. They've done a lot of work to pull this together so that we could share it with you early in the year, so you can be aware of what our criteria will be for recognizing and awarding clubs at the end of the year. And as Naomi said, please share this with your other club members who lead the different clubs, so that they can see what the expectations are and be prepared to work on those things during the course of the year. Emily, I see your hand.
Hold on, make sure I'm not. Yeah, I have a question. When the awards for last year had to have the submission, the paperwork was done and sent in, but when are they going to actually then be presented and how?
I thought it was going to happen this month, but I think some people are traveling, that it got delayed again. So my expectation is September, but I'll check with Mark Merriam and ask him to communicate the date to everybody.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions on this or comments?
I do, Ted. Okay, what was mentioned? The service, I'm on the webpage now, and it was the governor's one that you mentioned. Where is all of that information? Is that checklist? Is that the only checklist that we have to go by, or is there any more definition for that award?
For the district governor citation, it's that one-page checklist.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. Thank you.
I think you will find that it's challenging. I am sort of a tough grader. And it's not a participation trophy. It's you've really gone above and beyond, and you are a shining example of a great club, a great Rotary club. So I encourage you and challenge you to be able to fill in and check off all of those boxes by the end of the year. Good questions.
Hey, Ted, could I give a reminder to everybody
Yes,
to
please.
if you haven't sent in your grants account statement to get your grant funds, because the grant funds are in, we just need your statement that shows that you have your matching amounts. If you haven't sent it in, please send it in.
Naomi, I had a question.
Mhm.
We have matching funds and non-matching funds. We have to put in the matching funds only into that account?
Correct, only the matching. We just need to.
That's what I thought, but I was just questioned by our treasurer, so I just wanted to be sure. Thank you.
Good. Okay. So our next monthly meeting, I believe the third Monday is September 16th. So same time, same bat phone. 5 p.m. Assistant Governor meeting, 5:30 p.m. Club President's Forum. And we'll hopefully have another featured topic, and then also some more open time for general discussion and questions on different topics that affect all of us. But in the meantime, you know how to get a hold of me. You know how to get a hold of your assistant governor, and look forward to you meeting with them and collaborating with the other clubs in your area. And I would look forward, if I haven't been to your club yet, for the official district governor visit. I look forward to doing that with you over the next couple of months as well. So thank you all so much for stepping up to lead your clubs this year. You're doing an awesome job. When I say you're our irresistible club presidents, it maybe sounds a little flippant because that's one of our key words for this year, but I actually mean that very sincerely, that you are our irresistible presidents, and we thank you and applaud you for the leadership of your clubs. You're just doing awesome. And we'll see you again in a month online. Take care.
Thank you, Ted. Have a great evening, everyone.